And how's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Myself, Dwayne's World 34, and I also go as Dwayne Jake. Introduce yourself, man.
Man, my name is Dr. Cartoons, always on that cartoon hustle, aka Barry Savage. If you don't know, act like you know.
And we're still Little Gaming. We're coming to you live with another podcast. So we are going to be talking about the PS Slim and what we know so far about this juicy release from Sony. Okay. And we all knew this was coming. I mean, every generation, Sony does release an original edition and then Pro or Slim. What do you think? Isn't that true though? It's always been like that.
Yeah, the thing is though, I think they're doing it a little bit too soon.
You think? Well, this is 2023. Okay,
Yeah,
unconfirmed, but it's probably going to be like 2023.
Yeah, the thing is though, is like it kind of. That's cool that they're gonna make a Pro. It's bound to happen. I was not surprised because Sony does have this pattern of making second consoles, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like the reason why I feel like they did that, then they're doing it sooner, a lot instead of a lot later, because they want to compete with the same aspects of an Xbox series, right? Because let's be honest, right? If you're looking at the components of two consoles, and you have a console that's outperforming you a little bit, right? You will make another model to improve it, so you can compete with the competition that you have. So that's why I feel like they did that. You know what I mean? Because I'm looking at the features right now. They improved. They said they're gonna have two graphic cards right now.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
And they saying that the SSD.
SSD.
They said they're gonna improve it a lot more. And then they said there's the 4K is going to be 120 FPS. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, that makes sense. And I just feel like that company is just doing that just because it's like we gotta compete with our
the Series X.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think
And the thing is though, here's the one thing is that's cool that you're doing it, but it's kind of looks bad because it's like, what about no one's not gonna buy the old version, the original version now.
Yeah.
No one's gonna buy that shit. It's like, why the fuck? Like, why would I buy this when I can buy the Pro or the Slim? That's way better.
Exactly.
And that's why I feel like it's too soon because they never did it. Like, I don't know when the PS4 Slim or Pro came out. I feel like it came out in the next 3 to 4 years or so. And now this is coming out the next 2 years, right? So
the original PS4 came out in 2016, late 2016, or 2017 rather. Sorry, and the PS4 Pro came out in 2019, which is pretty much the same timeline, because 2023 is going to be the late 2016. Sorry but let's just say 2017 for PS4.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's always that initial launch.
Yeah.
That's kind of like nobody's getting consoles, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing every generation.
And me reading these things, I'm like, thank God I waited. Like, why am I gonna waste? Why am I gonna stress myself?
And you get a better console. Obviously, it's going to be a little inferior. The GPUs and the teraflops are going to be a little bit better, but to be honest, it's going to be like the Xbox launching the Series X and then the Series S. Okay, it's almost the equivalent of that. You're just getting a little bit inferior system, but with almost the same graphical capabilities. Like obviously it's going to heat up a little less because there's less hardware inside and so on and so forth. But from what I can see right now, I mean, the PS Slim is what everybody's going to want to buy. To
Of
be
course,
honest.
yeah. Like, and the thing is, though, is like you might as well just. And you know what, man? I am. At the same time, I'm kind of happy too that this is happening because no, all these scalpers are not gonna buy. All these scalpers are gonna have a bunch of these friggin' old ass PS5s that they can't even sell unless they find a way to say, "Hey, yeah, I sell PS5 Slim, but no, I'm selling the original." That's
But
the only.
that's 2 years from now. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
mean, 2 years from now, you never know what's going to happen, right?
no, that's true too, right? That is true too, but also, I don't know, man. Maybe it's just me, but I might as well wait 2 years.
Yeah, yeah. And I think that's when not the hype, but I think that's when everybody just starts buying next gen consoles.
Oh
When it's
yeah.
like 2 years from
Well,
now, or a year from now, or a year and a half from, you know what I'm saying, right? Like for
yeah,
me too, I just bought the PS4 Pro. You know, I never had a PS4 prior to this.
mhm,
I never had a PS3.
yeah,
I was an Xbox guy, and I just bought my PS4 Pro last year. Okay, and I was like, it's pretty good. You can play some pretty good games and all that stuff. But when it came to the Xbox, I bought my original Xbox Xbox One in 2013, which is like 2 years after the console or a year after the console released, and I got it for a cheaper price as well. So I think everybody's in that frame of mind and mindset that, you know what, we're going to wait for this rush to die down. And I think you're absolutely correct. Sony's releasing this console a little too early.
yeah, and yeah, like I said, man. The reason why I think they're doing that because, like I said again, right? Competent. You're competing with another gaming company, right?
Hmm.
Toe to toe, right? So of course you're gonna do something like that. So I'm not surprised. You know what I mean? I'm glad that they upping it up, but
Yeah.
I hope that for a fact that they improve some components on in that. You know what I mean? It's like it's all fine and dandy about like with the SD the memory.
SSD. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
the SSD memory and the double graphic cards and all that shit. But the main question is, does it function properly? And that's all I
It
want to
will
know.
function. I assure you, it'll function much better than
Yeah.
the PS5 right now. And I'm not being like an a-hole, but the PS5 is a spicy boy. That's the best way to describe it because it overheats.
Yeah.
It
Well, yeah.
overheats like a yeah, it does.
Yeah,
And oh,
and
you
the
can
controllers and stuff like that.
exactly.
These are things I bear in mind, right? Like
And look at the
I'm a Sony fan, but I also too I give accountability. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
exactly,
Like
exactly.
I'm not
And look at the
so
fact that the PS5 right now, both the digital and the whatchamacallit, the disc version, okay, they have issues with standing up straight because they're so big, right?
well. This is why I tell people, right? It's like
Mhm.
why stress yourself buying a console at first day when you can wait and get something better.
Exactly. The
You know what
PS5
I mean?
Slim is going to be a little better. You know, I
Yeah,
mean, for people who still want to push their consoles and
yeah.
have it doing a much better job graphically, you stick with the original PS5. But for someone who wants convenience, stick with the PS5 Slim. That's my advice because from what I can,
So how is the Slim better than the original?
just convenience wise, the Slim is going to be better because the Slim is going to have they're going to obviously solve the drift specs from right now with the controller drift. Obviously, they're going to solve that with the PS5. Um,
So they wouldn't
and
do that with the Slim?
with the Slim, with the PS5 Slim.
Yeah,
Uh,
because the Slim is an upgrade toward.
Exactly. But it also solves the overheating issues because right now the PS5 is a very hot console. Okay, it keeps hot at any given time, and I
Yeah.
think with the Slim, they're probably going to do a couple of graphical downgrades, hardware downgrades, more like it. So
Why would they
obviously,
go? So why? Like, so explain to me, why would they up the graphic card then?
they're gonna down the graphic cards. They're gonna obviously everything is gonna look better on the PS5 as it does opposed to the Slim. Okay, either that or they're putting a new chipset in the PS5, which I cannot see. It does say like the GPU is obviously going to be better. There's going to be better teraflops and all that, but to make it smaller, they have to take a few hardware components out. Correct? And it's obviously going to be a flatter base, so it sits perfectly and it doesn't like wobble and all that shit.
But the thing is, though, we're not even sure what the design looks like.
Oh, it's right here. It is right here.
Is it an official?
Oh.
The technicalities of consoles and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying they're gonna downgrade the graphics?
Well, somehow the graphics might. This is me just estimating. Okay, I'm guesstimating right now.
Estimate, but this
Exactly, it's a guesstimate. Yeah, it's a guesstimate because you have to take hardware components out to make something smaller, right? So right now, what they're going to do, because they know it's running really hot, they can't take out the chipsets. They definitely can't take out the GPU. They can't take out the graphics card. Okay, but they're probably going to take out a couple of things just so it can run cooler. Probably have an extra fan. I'm assuming probably have an extra fan.
Yeah.
Keep it graphically sane. And right now, the same thing is going on with the Series X. The Series X is just a dimmed down version of the Series. Oh, sorry, the Series S is the dimmed down version of the Series X. They've taken out a couple of components. Okay, smaller fan, and it looks like like a side drive-through window for ordering. Right? That's what it looks like that because the fan's on this side, and it's just one fan. Whereas the Xbox Series X actually has two fans. It has a big fan on top and a smaller fan on just below it.
The 4K, that's 120
FPS. Yeah.
And bigger memory. So they said they're gonna give us 1 terabyte. I don't know if that's enough. They should give us 2 at least.
I know. With games getting as big as they are, I think 2 terabytes is fair enough, eh?
Yeah.
2 terabytes is fair enough.
But
anyways,
man, tell us what you guys think. Are you guys gonna wait, or are you just gonna buy the original? Leave a like or a comment, and yeah, man, share your opinion.
Exactly.
What do you think about this thing?
Let us know. This has been a good time conversing. And Dwayne's World out.
And I'm Dr. Cartoons, man. Peace.
Later.